The idea of being a fighter pilot is a dream for most kids, but behind the scenes are a group who make sure they can get to where they're needed. Keeping planes in the air for long missions takes fuel, and the task of providing that fuel falls to Fairchild Air Force Base's 92nd Operations Group and one of the longest-serving aircraft in the U.S. military. For 6 decades, the venerable KC-135 Stratotanker has filled the role of aerial refueling for the Air Force. Its 4 jet engines allow it to haul more than 150,000 gallons of fuel and travel as high as 50,000 feet. The 92nd Operations Group was at the Port of Moses Lake's 50th anniversary on Friday, giving folks a chance to tour the Stratotanker inside and out. The job of operating the long boom that delivers the fuel falls to Airman First Class Alex Yount, whose office at the back of the 135 is rather snug.
My gauge is here, basically tells me where he's at. All these are lights. It's pretty simple, but it looks like a lot, but it's really not once you get there. But yeah, it's a pretty good view, for sure.
Up front, First Lieutenant Travis Minto is part of the 2-man flight crew and said despite its size, the 135 is quite agile and easy to fly.
Everything, it's pulleys, wires running down through here to the flight controls, and so it's a good time flying. Both my parents worked on tankers, so it was that was always something that, you know, it was an option. I feel like I just, as well as everyone else going into pilot training, is, yeah, I want to fly fighters. But once you get through it a little bit, you start realizing, like, there's advantages to flying this versus fighters too. Flying heavies, it's get to get up and stretch during flights and and whatnot. So that's nice. Bring a meal along with you.
While the Air Force announced a replacement for the KC-135 in 2011, renovations and upgrades are expected to keep the aircraft as part of its inventory until 2040, giving it nearly 90 years of active service. In Moses Lake, Devin Higgins for iFIBER 1 News.